And we are live.
What up, what up, what up, what up, great people?
Hey, hey, hey.
It is I, your boy AD.
And it's your girl D. Gang.
And first, we want to take the time to say Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year, everybody.
2021, we are here. Yes, of course, your favorite couple is back.
Yes.
And we are just looking forward to jumping into tonight's topic, man, and discussion.
For sure.
Tonight's topic is
the new norm.
The new norm.
So wait, hold on. Before we get super excited and get all into it and all that other good jazz, I just want to take the time to thank each and every one of you guys for all your likes, your shares, your subscriptions to the page.
That's right.
Hey, thank you so much for tuning in again on a Tuesday night. Listen, if you haven't yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Join the A. As we are introducing some wonderful, amazing new things for 2021 as we begin our topic, the new norm.
All right, so what we have decided to do, not only with our platform but in our own individual lives, is we are just focusing on receiving what it is that we prayed for.
There it is.
Walking in the light of everything that is going to be manifested, everything that has already began to manifest, and all of the beautiful things that are still to come. So we are excited, elated, and happy to share with you guys with our little window into what it is that we do in our personal lives. So stay tuned, man, because we have finally come to understand what the new norm looked like, what it looks like,
yeah, for sure,
what it consists of,
yes,
and what we are going to
let's say cultivate.
All right.
We'll use the term cultivate. So yeah, again, happy 2021. I'm sure if you are not paying attention at all, you've seen some of the wonderful series of events that have been happening in the world so far in 2021. You want to name yours?
No, listen. I'm gonna let these folks be great, because there's no reason to rain on anybody's parade. We are here to discuss marital and relationship circumstances. So, with everything that's going on in the world, trust and believe. Yes, we have had our conversations, discussions, and opinions about how, what, who's at fault. However, learning to keep your opinion to yourself and knowing when and when not to discuss religion and politics is very important to how you keep the peace. Keep the peace. Okay.
I mean, we're just some hope builders out here anyway, so we don't want no trouble.
That's it. That's it. We ain't doing nothing but selling a little hope. So as you begin to see the change and the evolution of things, right? Things are gonna get cloudy to a certain degree. That's like that.
A little hazy.
That's almost like that area of shaded gray, if I could say so myself. And you will look at things and you will say to yourself so many different times, why am I still doing this? How have I been here this long? How is it that I am feeling like what I'm doing is not good enough? It's not satisfactory enough for what I'm putting in as far as what I expect to get out. But if you quit now, okay? If you quit right now with everything that you've put in, with all of the time invested, with all of your energy, passion, tears, and emotions balled up, wound up, that you've invested into what it is that you're doing right now, whether it be school,
Yes.
your marriage, your relationship, your job, or even with your children, your significant other, you will end up with insufficient funds. You will not be able to make a withdrawal from everything that you've put in. And I mean, like, who really wants to go through something like that? Am I right? Okay. When I look at my wife and I say to her that she is my investment, I say that because I know the amount of time, energy, emotions that I've put into us continuing to be together. Being able to man up and meet her halfway, spiritually, financially, emotionally, and literally in every aspect that I can as her husband, makes me feel better about where I am for where she is and where we're headed. A lot of times people don't evolve, but when you have certain circumstances that happen to you and people become victimized by their shit,
Hey, Holly, we miss you too, love.
It's challenging. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, niece, I'll call you. I'll give you a call tomorrow, no doubt. And when you look at so many different circumstances that you've been through behind you, looking forward seems so much farther away, because when that haze gets there, when they say like all hell breaks loose as you get to your breakthrough, you will get very frustrated. And I've even had to say to myself, faint not in your well doing.
Know where that comes from.
Yeah.
No All doubt. Right. So we're also kind of taking a little bit of a different approach to what would standardly be considered as a New Year's resolution.
Right.
We are trying putting in the true work to not just be in the rut of here's my New Year's resolution that works for,
New Year, new me.
three weeks out of the year, and it goes away. Instead, we are actually taking our circumstance and normalizing it on a new platform.
That's right.
On a new level, on a new whatever it is that you want to call it. But we're just trying to take ourselves, our family, our newfound empire to a whole new level. 2020 was very interesting.
Eye-opening.
I tell you what, if you guys are out there tuned in, drop in the comments something very, very interesting. Or I tell you what, let's tweak that a little bit. Let's talk about our new norm. Drop something in the comments for me for something that 2020 taught you.
Okay. I think it should be inspirational, because with every battery, there's a positive and a negative. So everything that was a negative in 2020 also came with an adverse effect of a positive. It's all in how you look at it. A lot of people had the opportunity to stay at home and analyze how their children learn, how their children conduct themselves, how your spouse conducts themselves. And I think that it was, if you paid attention, if you utilize it properly, then you're able to,
that's it, Holly,
make the efforts to focus and to channel your energy to the right and appropriate things at the right time while you still have that opportunity.
All right. So again, if you're tuning in with us, we're just asking really quickly if you could drop in the comments something that you learned from 2020. Holly from YouTube said, never take life for granted. And right. I must be honest with you, Holly, and my husband can kind of testify to this. I learned that years ago, so I forgive quickly. I love as hard as I possibly can. And I try to overlook small things because you really just can't take life for granted. You never know at what point could be the very end of a situation. So you really want to try to put your very best foot forward when it comes to just life in general. And normalizing that for 2021, right?
No
So
doubt.
not making it where, well, my New Year's resolution is I'm not going to take anyone for granted. No, instead, we make it a normal, everyday kind of an effort to say, "Hey, listen, I didn't like what you said, or I didn't like what you did, but I love you and I forgive you."
So it was so
I'm so for real
easy.
about this soup, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm going through some things.
It
Okay,
was so easy to say, oh well, you know, I
you
try
know
to
what it
do
is, Markeisha.
something positive every day. You know, if I see someone that's short their change, I give them some change. Or if I see someone homeless, I give them something to eat, or I buy them a meal. Or,
Hmm.
you know, I give them some money. That's become so cliche
Hmm. Almost
because um, it's like everybody wants to be on the Good Samaritan train.
right.
But in a fashion to myself, I've now taken the opportunity and taken the initiative to when I see people and I can consciously see their energy or see that their mind is necessarily connected to what it is that they should be doing
Physically,
in their walk and or as they're on their way in their journey. Um,
Markeisha, we're not gonna do this with you tonight, okay? But we can discuss this tomorrow. All right.
oh man, I have I've been taking it upon myself to stop dead in my tracks, and it's like, hey, you know, like a gentleman that I know of, um, I've seen him recently. He's walking and he's looking at his feet, and it's like, dude, it ain't like you just learn how to walk. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing down there, and true royalty holds their head up high. You know what I mean? So, I just took the time something to him. Hey man, encourage him. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever it is that you're facing, you have to beat it because right now you're letting it kick your ass. And that's not what I'm accustomed to seeing from you. One and two, it's unacceptable. So we have to do what it is that we have to do to better ourselves as we prepare to help and assist other people. And you will be so surprised at how much more appreciative people are when you're able to say, hey man, you know, are you okay? Hey, do you need somebody to talk to? If you need anybody to talk to, if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Give me a call. I'm here for you. Um, it's been some people where I've just seen them recently, and it's just like, hey, man, hey, I love you, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, young lady, I love you, man. It's much love, you know? And you don't know when the last time that person has actually genuinely heard someone tell them that they love them, that they care for them.
It's so funny that you mentioned that because and I don't even know if I said anything to you, but today's Tuesday, so that was yesterday morning. I was at work and I don't know, my family just kind of popped up in my mind, right? And so I started creating these you know group text messages with strands, just saying to every single contact in my phone that was a family member, and no shade or tea or disrespect to my dad's side of the family, but my dad's side of the family and I have a constant communication. The love isn't necessarily said because it's felt. But my mom's side of the family, we have grown to be extremely estranged from each other. And so I understand that you can't take life for granted. So yesterday I sent, the entire family, listen, guys, too many times you lose people and you can't say the last time that you were able to tell that person that you love them. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I love you.
Well, I am definitely understanding of that circumstances when it comes down to you. I had my brother reach out to me today, and I don't have anything to say to him. I don't have much to say to him. Yes, of course, I love him dearly. However, sometimes you got to be willing to love a person at distance. Sometimes you have to leave people to themselves in order for them to fix themselves and rectify things that they have messed up and screwed up. So as for my brother, we've gone through so much, but we went to a place that I've never really seen the two of us going through.
Hold on one second. That's because I don't have your number, Chloe. That's because I don't have your number. So let me work that out. And then I love you, though. That much I do.
No doubt. Love you too, Chloe. Shout out to Chloe, man. Chloe is actually the dear friend of ours that
Chloe is the reason, y'all.
Yeah,
Chloe is the reason.
Introduced the two of us together. No doubt we was having one of those late night conversations
with CeeLo.
And that's what spawned it all off. So shout out to my sister-in-law, because she's actually my sister-in-law.
Gang, gang.
Yeah, man, it's just been almost 10 years now. 9 summers long.
Yep.
But I was saying, I have some family, and we have become quite distant. And even in that, I love them. I love them so much. However, you cannot participate in saving someone that is not willing to participate in their own rescue.
I couldn't agree with you more. I had my own little situation with my family where someone physically needed to be saved. And had it not been for randomly me being on the phone with that person, God only knows what that circumstance could have been like. However, I am a firm believer that I don't have to be around you. I don't even have to talk to you to a certain degree. But I know for myself, my new norm, and has been my new norm for a while, is that if I feel something, right, about a circumstance or a situation, I'm going to confront that situation and forgive you early, because the forgiveness that I'm giving you isn't even for you.
That's right.
It's for me.
So my new norm for me is coming to understand how it's important to recognize something before it happens. Particularly when it comes down to being such a charitable person like I am. So if helping you is going to cost me, I can't afford to help you. Especially if when I see that I'm putting in more effort than what it is that I see you doing. So, you know how they say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
I say you could stick his nose in. It still doesn't mean he's going to drink the water.
Indeed. But I remember an old guy told me this, right? Years ago, he told me, he said, if I feed you fish, would you rather me feed you or teach you to fish? And if you think about that, of course, you're saying, oh, man, it's free food. He's feeding you. But if he feeds me, I can only eat when he's willing to supply it. But if he teaches me, then I can feed me and my entire flock. So the relevance to that is I now understand that how me feeding so many different people and putting out so much of that energy to see to their well-being and to see how it has affected me, and it's come back around full circle. And not all times that doing good, you reap those benefits immediately. I'm not going to say that you don't reap those benefits, because that's not what I believe in. I believe in two people. I know two people that's never lost a fight. That's Karma and Concrete. Both of them going to catch your ass. And it's going to hurt. But one don't come without the other.
Yeah.
You put out and you get back what you put out. You reap what you sow. So I have given so much, and I've done so much, and I've protected so many and received so little on so many occasions, to the point now where I evaluate it. And I'll say to my wife, I'm like, babe, look, You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, this is what we have, but this is the situation and this is the conflict. This is what I'm dealing with because, you know, I want to help and I want to do, or maybe I should ask, or maybe I should say something. And then I have to learn to bite my tongue, you know, to mind my business and make sure that my
circumstance,
my wife, you understand what I'm saying? Make sure that my wife gives me the approval, one, and then two, make sure that it's not going to affect my circumstance, that it's not going to throw us off balance. We had a situation where we were looking to assist someone and help them in any way possible, anyway, because God forbid the next situation could have been that we were standing over a casket looking at them. And I felt the need to immediately make something happen. And it lasted longer than we intended to, but it got everyone uncomfortable. You know, it was just, it got to a point where it was just,
it was a bit much. It was just too much.
You know, it was, when you get uncomfortable, not only in your own home, but in your own circumstance that you provide for yourself, as well as the people that you're trying to help.
That's too much.
It's time to cut it.
So for 2021 moving forward, we've kind of made quite a few adjustments that started before the new year,
no doubt,
but are now just being solidified and shown in our actions more so than what it is that we say. And he and I, we come to each other first. And there are times I'm like, babe, I don't know about this, and you know,
a lot of times that she feel like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
people think I'm the funny one.
It's me, and I own that wholeheartedly. But that is a lot of different things that has been life, that is trust issues, but that's also the Spirit of God that is within me, that I am very slow to speak and slow to respond, because you know, you got to pray over some of these situations before you just put yourself into them. What was it that you said? Someone says sometimes you have to share your gift and not yourself.
Come on.
And so I recognize that one of the things that I know that God blessed me with is my mouth, my tongue, and the spirit that is behind it. I don't like him for that. But anyway, I'm gonna keep pushing because we're not here for that. But the things that I say out of my mouth have the potential to build things or break things.
What up, Landon? Shout out to my bro Landon, all the way up top in NY.
Gang,
much
baby.
Love, man. Much love. Hey, listen, it's almost February, partner. I'm looking to see you.
I'm just saying.
You understand? If
so
I got to send for you.
We gonna push. So again, one of the things that I understand is that I can use my mouth to build things or to break things.
That's right.
And that has actually caused us conflict in our relationship because I was slow to speak, right? And I will assess a lot of what is going on based on what it is that I feel and what I feel maybe underlying. It caused a lot of division between my husband and I because
I can't read her mind.
Not just that he can't read my mind, but there was a lot of situations and circumstances that came up that he couldn't understand why that was. And now, you know, he'll say something to me and he's like, so I know that you're going to come to me when you're ready. Okay. But I wish that you were ready right now. And oftentimes I have to think through what it is that I want to say. Right. I said to my mom earlier today, and she thought it was hilarious. I said, no. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I have to say what I mean and mean what I say. And she thought it was hilarious. And I'm like, no. I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying I want to make sure that when I use these words,
that's right,
that these words are exactly what it is that I'm trying to get.
And I'm gonna stand on that.
And this is what I mean. And so I had to kind of reel that in and even kind of deflect the response that came from it, because it was like, no, that's not even what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, you know what I mean? And it wasn't even to that major of a concept, but again, this is the new norm.
That's right. So I want to take an opportunity to empower and encourage everyone that's watching and those that may come across this video. We are going to take the initiative to make sure that we are standing on what it is that we believe in. 10 toes down. We are going to stand on what it is that we believe in. We're going to say what we mean and mean what we say. Not only are we going to do that, we're going to take the initiative to make sure that we are focused, channeling the energy and the right amount of energy, putting that effort into the things that are essential to us, our well-being, our family's well-being, our small knit circle. We're also going to make sure that we are accurate in action as well as in word.
All right. So let me just insert this brief little story. Before AD&D was introduced to the social media platform, this has been an idea and a concept that my husband and I have sat on for years.
Yes.
We have sat on this for years. Like, I think this is going to be amazing. I think that we can really help people. I think we're young enough, but old enough to really kind of get our point across and get people to understand where we're coming from and why we're doing this. But situations just kept happening where it just got pushed back and got pushed back and got pushed back and got pushed back. Now, last summer, I write poetry. And I was coming up with different titles to poems that I could write. And someone suggested the title to a poem that was Shifting the Paradigm. And I loved the idea of the poem, but I'll be very honest with you. I had no idea what a paradigm truly was. And I will not ever speak on a thing without fully understanding what it is. So I began researching what a paradigm was.
And then what a paradigm shift consisted of.
Correct. And so that sparked me to come across a YouTube video. In fact, I am by no means ashamed or afraid to share it with you. So I'll drop it in the comments. So if you guys want to take a look at it, go right ahead, because it inspired the crap out of me. And I came back to my husband and shared it with him, and it inspired the crap out of him. And now here's AD&D. So what we're saying for the new norm is this. Shift your paradigm. If you've ever heard of what is it called, babe? It's called oh my gosh, it's right at the tip of my tongue. In the Secret. What is it called? Oh my gosh, I can't even think of it right now. It's like right at the tip of my tongue.
What are you saying? The laws of attraction?
Yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. Okay. The laws of attraction, right? So for 2021, we are going to do our very best at using our platform to help you shift your paradigm.
That's right.
We're going to, hopefully, if you let us, give you some tips and some tricks to change the way that you speak. That will help you to kind of change the way that you think. That will allow things that you really want
to line up with the way that you walk,
and bring those things that you kind of dream of right at your front door.
So I was looking at something, and I shared it with my wife after her sharing some things with me, and her saying that the average Black household or minority, let me not say Black, let me say minority household, can't afford a $400 emergency expense. Since she has said that to me, I've made it my absolute purpose and goal to make sure that we have had X amount of dollars saved, as well as X amount of dollars spoken for, so that we could do what is necessary, have our leisure, and look forward to not depleting our savings, but also having a pot and having a savings and still having money that we can use more fluid and flexibly.
Correct. All while at the same time, you guys, let's make sure that we keep this in mind. This has not been a secret from any one of you guys, but my husband and I got into a car accident at the tail end of September, and it has really just been Like
up and down, up and down, up and down, continuously since then.
Which is a part of the reason why we kind of took a break at the end of the year to really kind of get ourselves back together. And we're still not 100%, but we're far enough in this point to come to you guys and really give you what it is that we're looking for. So go right ahead.
I think that it's important for me to continuously show you guys appreciation, to say thank you over and over again, because we are truly in this because we care about the people that will turn around and say, this is what got me to think. This is what motivated me to make my feet match my mouth. This is what kind of set that fire and ignited something within me that I didn't even know that was there. We're not in it for the views. We're not in it for the likes. We appreciate the views. We appreciate the likes. However, we understand that there is a greater purpose behind that. And yes, it may lead to a financial blessing, and it could potentially lead to a few other things for our benefit that we will most definitely give back concerning those things. But we are looking at shifting the paradigm, walking in the light that we've always seen ourselves. If you ever seen yourself in a situation and it's just like, man, I know it's better. I know there's so much more. I want so much more. I
want it so bad. I can feel it.
I can taste it. It's just how to get from this place to that place. Yeah. And I remember Bishop Stewart saying that when you're in those troubled waters, that you have to row.
Oh, you gotta row.
That you gotta row. You have to row and row and row and continue to row until you reach the other side. Mm-hmm. And it's not promised that the other side is going to be the promised land, but it is the land that holds the path that is guaranteed to take you somewhere that you've never been.
Because you ain't getting nowhere if your feet ain't on the ground, baby.
The beauty and the power in knowing that there's better, and actually being hungry enough to not care about haters, disappointment, failures, disasters, mishaps, and unfortunate circumstances, but to continue to push, to give all that you got, to get to the other side. That allows you to get on that path that will take you somewhere that you've never been. That within itself is the way and the key to changing things for yourself in totality.
I agree. I will say this. Again, this topic itself was truly selected for it to be the first topic that we are coming to you in the new year, because there are new things, and if you want to get biblical, you can say a fresh anointing, right?
That's right.
That has come our way. And so we are sharing our wealth of ideas, concepts, and beliefs with you to help you shapeshift what's going on in your life. So stick around with us. I know you hear us say that all the time, but again, come back and see us next week, Tuesday. We may be back before then. There is, again, a lot of things that are going to be changing. Our children are driving us up the wall because they are so anxiously awaiting introducing themselves to you a little bit more background in depth. Uniquely makes us who we are. So
I like how you put that. Oh man,
you're saying so they want to give you their input, and I think
we look forward to that.
I think now is time. So we're gonna bring them in at some point. And I know that for our Facebook viewers, you guys had asked about another episode of Chop Junior with the kids.
That's right.
So that's coming soon. And for our YouTube viewers, we'll share that with you guys as well.
The Black Brady's. Listen, the Black Brady's is coming. Just stay tuned, man. Be patient with us and before we go, I just want to tell you guys, man, once again, that we appreciate you so much. And the goal for 2021 is whatever it is that you set it to be. That bar, set it high. Set it high enough that you can't believe how high you've gotten. And I mean that so much. So we are going to definitely say once more, man, watch your mouth. Mind your business and get to work.
Get that money, baby.
Thank you for joining us, man. Once
Thanks you guys
again,
so much for joining
beautiful
us.
Tuesday.
And we'll see you guys next week, Tuesday, same time, same place.
Same time, same place.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
share,
Yeah.
subscribe. You did.
And listen, y'all.
It's been real. Peace.
Gang, gang.
Oh man, I forgot how good it feels. I forgot how good that